Hello everybody, Let's for Life here, bringing you guys a brand new video this time around. It is a discussion talking about each of the different four main Yu-Gi-Oh simulators. I'm not really going to go too much into detail. I'm going to give my general thoughts and opinions on them and everything. So first and foremost, I'm going to start off with Dueling Network. This is the main menu after you log in. Um, Let me just say, Dueling Network has a really good and clean UI. I really like the look of it. I kind of like the gridding back here. It's kind of cool. It gives you that sense of like, oh, you're on a simulator and stuff. And the pictures look beautiful, and it's just like really high quality. It almost looks like you got the actual card there. And heck, I think that they're just a bit smaller than an actual card. Yes, I did just put a card up to compare the size. So you got an almost close to how a card looks and everything on there, and everything just looks crisp and clean and beautiful, and it is just really good in terms of that. However, that is about the ending of where of what I like. There is one other thing that I like, and that is how easy it is to play with friends on here. This is the if you just want to hop online and play with a friend or two, this is the best place to go because it is just so simple and easy, and it is just very, very simple to go set up a room, put a password, there you go, bang. My issues with this is the simple fact that there is currently one admin online, and his job or her job is to moderate 2,600 people. What? Okay, I'm sure you've all seen all the different rants on YouTube about Dueling Network, about how slow the admins take to get to a call admin. Okay, whenever you're in a rated duel and there's like a rolling dispute or something, you can press a little button to call an admin, and they take forever. And this is the reason why. There is usually one or two admins on at any given time. No more than two. I've never seen more than two admins online at a time. And except for one time whenever there was like a tournament or something. In which case there was like three. Okay? They gotta govern all these different people. And I'm sure this person right here, Venomous Cat, I'm sure this person is getting like bombarded with admin calls and is just basically going down the list and isn't able to keep up. And people are very disagreeable on here because of the simple fact of that this system is not automated and it does not have the rulings in place already. It is just very, very difficult to get through some people's heads that, oh, hey, MST does not negate. You cannot normal summon a Blue Eyes without tributing. Simple stuff like that. There are also some other issues with this. Certain things like the Super Heavy Samurai Susanoo, it's really hard to use. His affecting still your opponent's spell cards. A card that is not banned is banned on here because of just the difficulty that it is to play with it on here. That's Convulsions of Nature. For those who don't know, it flips. It basically, you take your deck, you flip it upside down, and you play it with your cards face up, with the bottom now being the top and top now being the bottom. And there's no button to just flip the deck around, so you got to like mill everything into your graveyard and use your. It's just really convoluted. So they just decided to say no, you can't play Convulsions of Nature on Dueling Network. There are some other gripes with it that I have, like you can't just add a Pendulum monster that's face up in your action deck to your hand. You have to special summon it and add it back. It is just so convoluted, and it would make a lot of things so much easier if they would just make special like actions for certain cards, but they aren't going to do that because they just simply can't. Now then, overall, I really only like Dueling Network for playing against friends or playing against subscribers on live streams and stuff. For playing with people that you have like planned out and stuff. That is where my liking about like that's it. That's all I like about Dueling Network. Okay, I could go on a 20-minute rant about all the bad things about Dueling Network, but I'm not going to. Okay. Now then, the next one we're going to talk about is was my personal favorite. Now the reason why I say was is because this one has been having a lot of problems lately ever since they upgraded it in version 2.0. But, however, it's still a really good dueling simulator. And this is Devpro. As many of you guys will know, I love Devpro. This is one of my favorites, and honestly, if they can fix the glitches, it'd be my favorite again. they've already fixed a lot of the glitches. So first and foremost, Devpro looks really good. Okay, it looks nice. I got everything over here. There is like it does take some experimenting to figure out what everything it means. It's got a nice little chat thing. You can check your ranking, although this never seems to want to work for me. Then again, I don't ever play in ranked. It is just really nice. It record like you can view all your decks over here. You can view all your replays over here. And this is the big reason why I like Devpro so much, is that it's customizable. You can change everything about Devpro, about the look and everything, and then you can preview it. You can change your background. You can change your background for when you're in the menus. You can change your background for when you're in a duel. You can change the battle music. You can make it to where as you're playing your Super Quantums, the freaking Power Rangers theme song is playing in the background while you're dueling. You can make it to where all these things are happening. And you can even customize the little thing that floats around your extra deck that marks whenever you get special summon. You can change everything about this thing. This is what I meant whenever I said that this game is having some very, very difficulties lately. Frequent crashes. There was a major glitch where effects that say until the end phase would linger even afterwards the end phase, making it to where like Watch Your Ass was the most broken card ever because your opponent could not activate card effects for the rest of the duel. Also, the simple search button. Now there's not as many people over here, but that might just simply be because a lot of people have left Devpro due to the fact that it's so glitchy. But however, again, once they fix the glitches, this thing is going to be so good again, and I absolutely love Devpro. This you're going to see quite often. Almost all the pros, Devpro, yugioh Pro, and yugioh Pro Salvation, have almost the exact same deck edits interface, and it looks really nice. Again, you can edit the background for it and everything, and it heck, I think you can even edit like the bars, like this stuff over here, and make it look different. I don't know if I do that or not, but you can if I remember correctly. Overall, I really like Devpro, but however, all the glitches make it really, really kind of hard to recommend Devpro anymore until they fix it. Now, with that being said, though, one of the other big reasons why I like Devpro is because it, along with all the other pros, and I'm going to mention it here and then not mention it anymore, is that they all have the rulings and everything placed in them. So, MST does not negate. Your opponent can't argue that it does. Your opponent can't try to normal summon the blue eyes without tributing 2 monsters and everything. It is just so nice to not have to deal with that. Also, all of them require very little interactivity with your opponent. Now, this can be seen as both a good thing or a bad thing. During network, you have to tell your opponent that you're going to activate the effect. You're going to have to tell them that you're going to go and search. On this, you don't, because you don't have to tell them a single thing. It just happens, and they know what's going to happen. You can also, it also lets you know that when you can activate an effect and everything. Basically, if you played any of the video games that play like actual Yu-Gi-Oh, you know how this is going to work in the actual thing. And that means that, yes, if you have a set MST, you're going to get pestered to activate it, because it'll be like, hey, you can activate it now, you can activate it now, you can activate it now, do you want to activate it now, and everything, and it just gets really annoying. But however, that's something that you just learn to deal with, and heck, you can even turn down how often it asks you and everything. And this way you can just completely and totally turn that off by holding S. Next up is to my new favorite, and that is yugioh Pro. yugioh Pro is really nice. It is bare bones basic though. Like, this is the main menu. The deck edit, again, looks nice. It's kind of expanded because it's meant to be played in a window like this. But however, I'm doing full screen. But however, it looks nice. It feels nice and everything. It's got a puzzle mode. yugioh Pro has, Devpro has it as well. Something that no other thing has, no other simulator has, is first is the AI mode. You can play against the AI and everything. Sadly, if you get into something really stupid, you can't save the replay against the AI, which is sad because like for instance, I got into a lock with Beals and Red Eyes Flare Metal where Red Eyes Flare Metal would activate his effect, burning me for 500, and Beals would activate, and it basically just got burned to death. However, Now then, it also has a LAN mode for multiplayer. You just make your nickname there and everything, and you're good to go. It only has 2 servers, Europe and USA. That's not really that big of a problem. And as you can see, most people who were on Devpro have migrated over to yugioh Pro or yugioh Pro Salvation, which we'll get to here shortly. Honestly, yugioh Pro I really do like. My biggest issue is that it's super hard to customize it. You have to go into the actual files and change the files around, which is just too much work to deal with, especially for me since I like to change the wallpapers on Devpro quite a lot. Now, the big thing that I really like about yugioh Pro is that it has anime cards. So that means, oh hey, you ever want to play the Orichalcos archetype? You can play the Orichalcos archetype. Ever wanted to play Phalan's armor deck? You can play the Phalan armor deck. Ever wanted to play with some of the other stuff like the yokai deck? You can play the yokai deck. This thing has a lot of anime cards and manga cards as well, and it gets updated with new ones frequently. Like it has the Cook Makes on here. I just saw them a second ago. It has the Cardians on here from Arc V. It is just a really nice thing. It also has 1 vs 2 duels, which are really fun. It's actually a lot easy to like find games with friends and stuff. Although some people will have trouble doing it initially whenever they haven't like ever used yugioh Pro before. So you do have to kind of explain to people how it works. Now that again, my only real issue is the lack of customization, and it just drives me up the wall that there is no way to customize. Also, another big issue is that the AI will crash relatively often. Okay, I've only ever had it crash while playing against the AI. It has never crashed on me while playing against a friend or anything. It's only ever while against the AI, and it does it regularly. Like I'd say once every 3 or 4 matches or duels, and it's just kind of really annoying. Now on to my second least favorite, and that is yugioh Pro Salvation. Now a lot of people like yugioh Pro Salvation because it gets updated like really fast. Like if a new card comes out, you can expect yugioh Pro Salvation to have it in the database by the end of the day. The issue with this is that they frequently are glitched or they don't work. And heck, this whole system is just really glitched and doesn't work. It lags whenever you boot it up. It explicitly tells you don't touch stuff, let it load, and then it's gotta load and update, and it is just like absolutely atrocious. Getting into a game is really hard. You're gonna have to host almost every time. Chat barely works, at least for me. Oh wow, and then all of a sudden, there we go. Okay, replays work well. The moving around from like one thing to another, it like lags sometimes, and it is just like really unresponsive. Pictures pop out and everything. Honestly, I would recommend not touching yugioh Pro Salvation with a 10-foot pole. Honestly, I'd put this below Dueling Network. The literal only one reason why I could possibly recommend Salvation is if like you really cannot wait to play a new deck or archetype, and you absolutely must play it the day that we get the leaks or it's announced. That is my literal only reason why I would even recommend this to anybody. And heck, yugioh Pro, the old yugioh Pro, usually tends to have out the new cards within a day or two as well. Devpro tends to update by the following weekend, and doing work because of an issue with like Pulsar Dragon forever ago, it has decided that it won't update the card database until it is actually released in Japan. So if like a new card gets released, leaked, and it doesn't actually get released until 3 months later, you won't be able to even see that card in the database until 3 months later whenever it actually gets released, which is frustrating if you want to stick with just Dueling Network. Now then, that is my general opinions on everything. Again, if I had to rank these, I'd say yugioh Pro Salvation at the bottom, followed by Dueling Network, followed by yugioh Pro, followed by Devpro, followed by yugioh Pro. Devpro has gotten a lot better since it's fixed a lot of its glitches, but however, it's still very glitchy in certain aspects. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful to kind of pick and choose which simulator you want to use. I personally have all four. I'm on all four, but don't expect ever to see me on Salvation. Like I'll hop on every now and then just to update it and see if they finally fixed all my issues with it. Because I'll admit it looks really nice. They just fixed all the issues and made it to where the cards actually work whenever they release them. I like it a whole lot more. So guys, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and see you guys later. Peace out.